Most of us have felt it, whether we are seasoned outdoor enthusiasts or newcomers knocking at that door. It's the spirit of adventure. Just the mention of Alaska stirs that spirit within us. Wild, raw, untamed, challenging, and breathtakingly beautiful. Alaska is not only real life, but the essence of being alive. Let Alaskan Wilderness Outfitting introduce you to your spirit of adventure. This is an opportunity to see Alaska the way it was meant to be seen. There are many guide services in Alaska, but none of them offer more choices for you to create your own wilderness experience. Family owned and operated since 1982 by Katie and Tom Priadel, Alaskan Wilderness Outfitting has evolved with a singularly distinctive style, developing a formula which allows you to experience the wilderness with the added dimension of the comfort of their unique accommodations. It all begins in the fishing village of Cordova. Situated on alluring and captivating Prince William Sound, Cordova itself is entrenched in a tradition of adventure. One of Alaska's great unspoiled communities, Cordova is in close proximity to scenic hiking trails and magnificent glaciers. A road spanning the Copper River Delta eventually leads to the famous $1 Million Bridge at Childs Glacier. With Alaskan Wilderness Outfitting, you examine the possibilities and decide which adventure vacation is best for you. Whether it's several days at your own remote outpost cabin, a stay with the guides and staff at a wilderness lodge, a floating cabin surrounded by schooling salmon, or a combination of all three. This is the outdoor experience for every heart's desire. The outposts are strategically located on the incomparably scenic Prince William Sound and in the wild magnificence of the Wrangle Mountains. Getting to these outposts allows you one of the world's most notoriously exciting adventures. The Alaskan bush plane experience defies description. Flying with an expert pilot is a thrill you will never forget. This is how you will see Alaska. And this is how you will get to each location of your custom adventure. There is a lake in the Wrangle Mountains where the best desires of any fly or spin fisherman can be surpassed. Alaskan Wilderness Outfitting can put you there. A lake where moose serenely spectate while you test your skill with one of angling's most unique prizes, the Arctic grayling. The classic fish of Alaska are, of course, the salmon. 5 varieties, all of them abundant in Prince William Sound, are waiting to tax your strength and stamina. These are big, hard-fighting fish. Hidden lagoons and countless ribbons of freshwater rivers become the destination for these symbols of Alaska as they return by the thousands from the Pacific. Whales, wolves, and bears share one of the most remote coastlines in North America with the guests of Alaskan Wilderness Outfitting at the Tsiu River. This tastefully created lodge and camp hosts world-class silver salmon fishing beyond the wildest imagination of any angler. Follow the lead of the expert guides and wear yourself out catching these silver rod busters.
Can I have you step back? Yep.
take time to wander upstream and meet another northern classic, the Dolly Varden trout. Young and old and in between will be thrilled by the unique, incomparable experience of the Tsiu River. Relax and share stories over a gourmet dinner under the pampered care of the staff. It doesn't get any better than this. Retire in your comfortably furnished cabin, rise refreshed and ready for another day in this wilderness paradise.
I was working in Canada as a guide, and I decided, well, Alaska is like the next step. Fish are bigger, there's more of them, you know, and it was. When I got here the first summer and met Tom and Katie, it was wonderful. They were great bosses and to work for, and then the job was exciting. But I really enjoy the guests. They really make it fun. It's such a good feeling to have the people catching fish and being happy. We have an older gentleman in camp, Bob, who has a hard time getting around, and he can only fish a few hours at a time. And when he caught a fish yesterday, and he had a smile on his face, he's just loving it.
How are you going to keep it? It's going to taste good, huh? Really beautiful.
And that was really special. That was what it's all about.
Add to the excitement of your Alaskan wilderness outfitting adventure by dropping a line for the monstrous halibut that lurk the waters of Prince William Sound. While fishing is a fabulous reason to enjoy this part of the world, just being here has benefits and rewards that will feed your spirit with a sense of fulfillment.
My father came to Alaska, and then he kind of came back with all his stories of adventure and beauty and talked me into coming up here, and I came up and fell in love with the place. And I stayed. And here I am today, wanting to share all of this with everybody else. Right here where we're sitting, right by this waterfall, and the salmon that are jumping out in front of me is just, you can't find this anywhere.
The best fishing places in the world are also some of the most beautifully scenic. If photography is your passion, Alaskan wilderness outfitting puts you in places that overload your senses with breathtaking landscapes, from the awesome Wrangle Mountains to the steep-walled coastline of Prince William Sound. Observe as eagles soar and survey the shoreline, where bears patiently patrol. Sea otters playfully roll in the water, while harbor seals cautiously move in for a closer look. Sea lions casually accept you as a new neighbor. Prince William Sound is a wildlife lover's paradise. Slip into a sea kayak and mingle with the locals. At the end of your day of adventure, relax in the distinctive comfort of a wanigan. A wanigan is a floating cabin fully equipped with propane stove, refrigerator, and a hot shower. Sleeping up to a private party of 10 and fully stocked with food, wanigans and outpost cabins are a luxury in the wilderness. You have your choice of comfort with Alaskan wilderness outfitting, from do-it-yourself outpost cabins and floating wanigans to, if you prefer, the accommodations of a wilderness lodge, including deliciously hearty meals prepared with style, Alaskan style. Whether it's fishing for silver salmon or Arctic grayling, hiking a glacier, or dropping in on a sea otter, even all of the above, simply create a package that suits your every desire. The bonus of flying to these locations adds a dimension that can only be described as classically Alaskan. When it comes to bush pilots, Tom Priatle easily fits the bill as one of the best. With safety as their primary concern, Tom and his pilots will transport you through America's great last frontier.
The flying around here is just spectacular. I mean, the variations between the mountains and mountain passes, and you get such a variety in the landscape between all of our locations. That's just a great area. The South Central area just offers a lot.
Over 60% of Alaskan Wilderness Outfitting customers are return visitors. It is difficult not to want to return once you sample this invigorating and inspirational vacation opportunity.
When we stayed on the Prince William Sound, the wildlife was everywhere. And every evening we'd take our boat out because that was the best time to see them. And we'd see eagles and seals and bears, but we were especially fond of the mother sea otters who would swim right up to our boat doing the back float, and they had their little babies riding on their tummies, and we really liked that. When we stayed at Hanagita Lake, we loved the seclusion. It was like we had our own private lake. And the wildlife was everywhere up there too. And we had moose come into our camp, and there were beaver, and the fishing was great. The grayling was really fun to fish for, and I caught my first grayling.
Alaskan Wilderness Outfitting takes pride in smiles of satisfaction seen on the faces of their guests. Your successful adventure is their goal.
What a kick.
I produce wildlife and outdoor adventure shows for television. As a result, I've been to some incredible places, but none more spectacular than the places that I've seen with Alaskan Wilderness Outfitting. My wife and I are both outdoor enthusiasts, so on our first trip to Alaska, we wanted to be left somewhat alone. But since it was unfamiliar ground, we also wanted the services of an outfitting company. What Katie and Tom had to offer was perfect. After 3 trips with Alaskan Wilderness Outfitting, I can only say I can't wait till my next one. This vacation can be yours at a surprisingly low cost. Compared to other Alaskan getaways, your adventure with Alaskan Wilderness Outfitting is remarkably affordable. Whether it's fishing, photography, hiking, or exploring, Alaskan Wilderness Outfitting will take you on the experience of a lifetime.